Hey guys, it is that time of day to talk about what I learned yesterday. Apologize for the white noise in the background. I've got a fan on to stay cool. So, it is, I spent the first half of today laying in a recliner. I feel like it's only been about 45 minutes, but I think I'm somewhere around the 4-hour mark. So time is for sure all over the place, as usual. But I got my energetic butt handed to me yesterday, and I'm feeling it today. But I wanted to make sure at least stuck with the plan of the message that I learned yesterday in the journey here. So yesterday I was in a reiki attunement session, and during that particular attunement, I was doing my normal. I feel like, okay, this is great information, la 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 la, just kind of, chucking along down the road and feeling like, oh, it's gonna be pretty easy breezy. I get to the first attunement and I'm like, whoa, tons of visual information, loads of download information of just understanding a conversation. The way I interact with energy is I don't hear it as a conversation. It's rare that I hear it as a conversation, extremely rare. In fact, my abilities or the way I process energy, let's talk about it that way. I don't even like to call it an ability because we all are capable of doing this. We just have to learn how we interact with energy itself. And for me, it's just information. It's just there. Discernment, wisdom, knowledge. It's like accessing information of a book I already read. It's just, oh yeah, this is the summary. And so all of that was happening in the first one. And that's really where the pearl of the wisdom from yesterday came from. And just to quickly mention, the second attunement session physically hit me, and it's really wild information I have to really sit with for a while, but none of it really impacts in terms of this healing journey or the information from that. But the key yesterday was wisdom can be found. I have to look because they kind of maybe rephrased it this morning. Wisdom can be found with focus, attention, intention, and stillness. And I think that seems like, oh yeah, it's pretty common sense. I've been working on mindfulness, I've been working on breathing techniques, I've been doing meditations. For me personally, the way that my brain works is it's in a constant state of movement. I feel like I'm in usually like on the average of 5 different places at one time. The more I learn about who I am and how I work with my multidimensional self, I am probably in 5 different places at one time. But in terms of like going back to like my brain, my thought patterns, my structures, meditation can often be extremely difficult for me and often very brief because I'm like ping-ponging between multiple locations, places, thoughts, memories, ideas, things I want to come back to. There's also like a processor that's running all the time. Different story, different day, talking about how our brains as operating systems, the technology of our mind. But what happened in that space, and I was sitting mentally in my sacred space, and they were just like, pay attention. I was like, what? Like, I'm not even trying. My brain's just doing all the things. And I was like forced into the center of a circle and was just kind of sitting there, kind of like cross-legged and just kind of like, okay, you have my attention. And then they circled all the way around me. So I was inside of the circle, completely encased by this beautiful presence. And but they were saying is like, you've got to pay attention. If you will sit still and still your mind, there's so much wisdom right here in front of you. You can access anything you need to know. You can heal yourself. You can grow. You can take the macro view of a situation so that you can work your way through the trauma or, whatever in that, what they were explaining. But you have to sit still and pay attention when the wisdom is present. So that's not necessarily, I would say, new information. It's certainly not even a new practice for me. But I think it came at a time where I needed the reminder because, that's like the third day into my extended work break, and I still haven't taken a break. I haven't had a nap. I've gone to bed later than I normally would, and I've slept in a little bit later than I normally would, but I've not taken in extra sleep as of yet. I've still been having a lot of communication with other people. I've been scheduling appointments for when I get back. I've been, it's been a lot of conversation. I've been able to, on the plus side, been able to be available because I wasn't heavily working. I've been more emotionally and energetically available for some friends that were really going through some things, and I was able to be there for them in the present moment. So that was amazing. But I still haven't taken time to step back and really just start to go, dial it back. It's time to refresh. And I really felt like that was yesterday's moment is, I have a lot of good intentions right now about the reset of my physical being and changing the way that I work and live. But I'm not giving it the focus and the attention that is required. So I have intention, but I've been missing focus and attention. And I just think there's an interesting lesson for all of us in that. What do we need to do with that? Like, where's our sacred circle? Where's the sacred container that we can individually make to sit within and give the wisdom or the information that is right there and accessible? How do we give it the time, the attention, and the focus without fracturing off in multiple places? And as I'm saying that, the information that's coming to me is very clear now that for me personally, I have so many good intentions, but I still fracture off like little lightning bolt fingers of all the things I'm engaged in. But that's not what this particular season of 26 days is about. And I'm allowing for a lot more things to come in. So I'm definitely going to take the rest of this day to just allow the integration of everything that happened yesterday into my physical being, my energetic being, into my heart space, into my mind space, and just sit with it. I'm sure there will be wisdom to be gained from that as I apply focused and attention to today. And so it'll be interesting to see what wisdom comes through tomorrow. I also wanted to say a big thank you to those of you that have reached out to me personally to private message me about these videos. It's super meaningful. I think I had a conversation earlier in the week with somebody about being a creator. When you're a creator of things, doesn't matter if you're painting or you're writing or building something, whatever that creation is that you're making, creators are really looking for feedback. Like, we want to know that it made a difference, and not the unhealthy validation, but just the validation that it reached its place it was determined to reach. It resonated with somebody. We just want to know that it had a positive effect, and to be able to have your personal messages come to me and tell me how they've been affecting you, and helping to immediately apply what I'm learning and being able to apply it in your situations because it's resonating. Like, to me, that is super powerful, and I'm very, very grateful. And I just wanted to say thank you for honoring me with those messages. I just ask that you continue to do so or put comments in the videos. Private messages obviously are wonderful too. I love all of those. And I'm just thank you for being on the journey with me as I ramble around and see what's up with the universe, right? So anyways, have a great day, guys. Love you all. Bye.